We are here 2018 NXL Atlantic City Open at Bader Field. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez, Nick Sloviak. 2 sets remain until we find out who's going to be playing who on Sunday. Houston Heat is going to be taking on Tampa Bay Damage in a big game, and the Outlaws is going to be taking on the ML Kings. ML Kings looked much better in their first match of the day than they did yesterday against Tampa Bay Damage. They won that game. Looked pretty good doing it. 4-1 was the score. So Todd, talk to me about Heat and Damage.
Heat, again, they're not doing anything crazy. They're getting into their spots. Guys are playing smart, not giving away any free bodies. You know, they have nice varied attacks, but they've really switched Ronnie and Chad over to that Dorito side and are getting a lot more pressure over there. I think they kind of looked at those two guys played really well as a combo. The first game, both the guys were over here. The second game, Ronnie went over there, Chad stayed over here. And then I think they kind of figured out that they didn't want to have those two fast attackers get bogged down in these Doritos over here if guys are just going to shoot bounce shots and cross shots. See if they can get them on their horse over there, put them together over on that Dorito side. And I think that they're attacking a little bit harder over there now. But I feel like just overall, all their guys are being smart and staying alive. And, you know, that's how they're winning games. Damage, they had a tough one against ML Kings as ML Kings shot them well on the break and then made really good secondaries through the middle and down the snake with Slava. But the Mars brothers also did a really good job of killing bodies on the break. So this should be a good one. Damage needs it. Houston Heat with 3 wins. They're already in, but it's always good to go in as the first seed. A Damage out here right now. They definitely want to get this win here. Make sure to secure their spot into Sunday.
Yeah, no players dropping from either team. Pretty even breakout. One body wider, though, for Heat on the snake side is now Sergei Solnishkov. Mr. Sunshine filling up. And Holiday launches right away to take him out. Does it clean, stays alive in the tall wedge. What a great move by Holiday to see that. From the back center, he comes all the way up to take out Sergei and is now on Heat side of the field. Now he shoots Ryan Moorhead, clocking with 2 kills. Chad George, though, fills up to the Dorito Tower and is shooting cross on Holiday. Holiday turns, takes it. But off that chaos, Bougere fills up into the wedge on the Dorito side. 1 body advantage right now, 4-3 in favor of Tampa Bay.
And Bougere now past the 50 on that D side of the field. Russ going to get in there and check him out. But Holiday definitely did his damage before he walked off. And there's another body coming off as Ronnie Dizon gets taken out. The minor penalty is going to be assessed on Chad Bougere. Jacob Edwards has to reposition, come over to the stand-up can, pulls off Derula, and
it's a 2-on-1 right now.
Yeah, 2-on-1 situation. Just 1 body left alive here for Houston Heat. It's Chad George in the tower.
2-on-1, 3-on-1, ain't no thing.
See if Chad George can summon some more of the heroics that we've seen in the past couple events here. And look at this, though.
Jacob
Chad,
Edwards is shooting cross, has no idea.
Well, yeah, Chad just goes down low, and it looks like he might get the drop on him. Did he? Is he able to stay alive? No. Oh, not able to do it.
Oh, man.
I like the aggressive at Chad George. Timmy's going to be the last body left alive. He's going to run over, hit that buzzer. As Damage going to go up 1, but even though they got that penalty, Damage looked pretty good attacking that side of the field. That penalty hurt him, gave Chad George an opportunity to do it, but good job there by Jacob Edwards to make sure to trade out.
Yeah, good read by Holiday to come through, get Sergei. And then with Sergei doing that, as you can see the fan wagon predictions there, Houston Heat 70-30 over Damage, and the Outlaws and Thunder 50-50. They're coming up on the field right now, but Chad George forced to look in on Holiday, and off that move, Bougere makes his way down the Doritos, gets a kill on Ryan Dizon, does get a penalty, but Damage already repositioned in good spots. Holiday did get 2 kills. He shot Sergei in the center, and then he took out Ryan Moorhead, making a move on the snake side.
Yeah, that's going to make the highlight reel. That was a nice one.
Count it.
So now jumping into this game here with the Outlaws and ML Kings. Outlaws, I hope the Outlaws come into this game with a little bit of more confidence and the fact that they have nothing to lose right now. That they are the first to drop a body. As body coming off, I think that's Davidson taking the walk here from the Aztec. The Outlaws is probably, I hate to say it, but this is the worst struggles I've seen them have, I think, ever. As the first 2 events, they made Sunday at the first event. And in the last event, they went 2-2. They went 2-2 at the first event as well. Didn't make it at the last event. And finally getting a kill here after losing 2 bodies. So it's 4-on-3 in favor of ML Kings.
Oh, Slava in the middle. Dealing over here against, I think that's Davidson.
Oh, that could be right there.
In the Dorito 1, he's going to make a bump across. Slava still in the middle, probing. He looks like he wants to go, but he gets torn apart on the inside from Davidson.
No, I think that was from, was it Grover?
Over there.
Or Berkeley, I'm sorry.
Might have been Berkeley in the can across.
Yeah, when he wrapped. Because as soon as he wrapped, he took it. Although if he stood up, he might have had that shot as well. But regardless of that, it is a 3-on-3 right now as the Outlaws fill out wide over here. You can see the 3 bodies remaining on your screen. Dorito Tower, Dorito Can, and the Snake Insert, or Dorito 3, which is on the Snake side. There are no Doritos typically on the opposite side of the field. In this game that has evolved that we play in the current format that it is, typically you have the laydown bunkers over here on the pit side. We call that the Snake. And then you have 3-dimensional Dorito shapes stacked across the spectator tape. But for this particular layout, that is not the case. Seen a lot of variation this year with the new bunkers. And layout for the next NXL event in London being released has got a pretty interesting layout as well. So
you're looking at Spatos there on your screen with Peter Mars, who did a really good job of shutting down that D side of the field for the ML Kings in their victory against Tampa Bay Damage.
So London layout's nice, except for they replaced all the Doritos with tea bags.
And you can see here now as Berkeley right behind his player in the Snake, but Peter gets shot out. His brother Paya takes his position. So bodies stopping here. And the Outlaws, though, this is a good one, man. They went down. It was 5-on-3, and they've been able to hang in here and continue to fight to pull it so that now they have an advantage. 3-on-2.
Spatos over here in the Dorito 3. Paya over the top of the back center. Davidson crawling into Snake 3 now. See if he can get a kill. 3-on-2 situation. Davidson looking for Spatos.
Looks like Berkeley comes into D3 as they launch into the wedge on the D side of the field. But
Davidson getting shot out of the Snake 3.
So they lose Davidson. That evens the count up 2-on-2. Mel Kings holding strong with Spatos and Paya Mars.
Oh, there goes Spatos. This could be the one right here. Turn it around for the Outlaws.
Paya going back and forth in the brick. And he's going to have to come all the way on their side. And he gets taken out. So the Outlaws in the first point take the lead here. Their first lead of the tournament, their first point of the tournament. Finally get one on the board. It's good to see.
First point of the tournament.
Yeah, the best thing about that point was the fact that they went down and they did not fold. They didn't go, oh, man, here we go again. We lost a couple bodies. The Paintball gods are not helping us out this event. No, they dug deep, and they were able to pull it back and able to get that win.
Yeah, absolutely. And good thing with the Outlaws, too, I noticed last night we were here pretty late. They were here late, too, walking the field. One thing I'm going to throw to you guys, Guns Up app. Go to gunsup.com and check it out. I know Todd, big fan over here, but the one thing I was saying earlier is this whole side, which is on the spectator side, typically has the Doritos. And the Doritos I'm talking about are on the Snake side, this section of bunkers right here. So you typically hear us saying Dorito 1, Dorito 2, Dorito 3. Well, that is on the Snake side, and it kind of changes things up. It allows for a little more freedom to play standing up on the Snake side. Typically, you see low bunkers entering those spots. And the only other thing it's added is a bunch of bounce shots. Here we go, back to the breakout between Heat and Damage. Damage winning the first point.
Yeah, and Chad George, the first body to drop from the D side of the field, trying to extend wide. So the first to strike, Tampa Bay Damage. They keep their 5 bodies alive. Don't take much ground, though, as they're able to make it to the insert. Looks like another body comes off as San Monville's taking the walk. So great break here for Tampa Bay Damage. The heavy gun breakout works. They have a 2-body advantage, 5-on-3. So
Chad Bougere looked like he took a bouncer heading out there, but he's alive and he's in good field position as he's shooting paint back at Ryan Moorhead on the Dorito side. Sorry, on the Snake side in the Dorito 2. Ryan Moorhead getting some spins here today, trying to get another good, smart attacker on this side. Nico Hyde and Ryan Moorhead both getting opportunities. Saw Devin Stewart play the middle a little bit yesterday. Like we were saying with Chad George and Dizon going over to the opposite side. Chad Bougier making it out to that tall tower on the Dorito side. Derula behind him. Jacob now bumping out to that can. Holiday and Montress are over here on the snake side for damage. Moorhead sitting in Dorito too. He's on his feet. He looks like he wants to go.
Yeah, and so does Holiday. Holiday looks like he wants to push up. And then Holiday stops, and then he's going to coast out wide. Gets into D1, and then here comes Jacob. Jacob's going to go up the center of the field. Gets to the mini wall. There on center of your screen. And now Montresor gets into D3. Also looks like he wants to get into D1, rolling his gun, trying to put Ryan Moorhead in, a former teammate of his, Philly Americans back in the day and on Houston Heat.
Yeah, Jacob Edwards has now made it on to Heat's side of the field. Gets a kill on Ryan Moorhead.
Oh, but I think Tim just got shot in the top of his loader. He did, so Tim gets taken out, trying to get back into a spot after roping a lane cross field, and then Jacob Edwards is past the 50-yard line. He just got checked out by the referee, but it looks like Chad Bougier gets shot. They also lose Matt Derula, too, so a couple bodies coming off here for Tampa Bay damage.
Yeah, not a good death by Derula. That just leaves Holiday and Edwards. It would have been a 4-on-2. Now it's a 2-on-2. Good job by Holiday to get in the snake. I think Ryan Izan might have picked up that move, but now with Holiday getting the position he's in, Ronnie cannot see that. And Holiday has his whole tape. He sees Ronnie make the move. He might pick. If Ronnie tries to make another move, he's going to get shot by Holiday. Oh, Jacob Edwards gets shot. Holiday launches, and he takes one from Sergei, who switches at the right time. So, wow, Houston Heat battling back. They were down big on bodies. Damage, throwing a few bodies away on the Dorito side.
So Dizon continuing his run here in 2018 of clutch points.
Yeah, well, I got to give it to Sergei. Just to see that Jacob died, he switched immediately, had his gun shooting, and took out Holiday on the run. If Holiday would have launched right away, he would have had both Dizon and Sergei.
Yeah, I just didn't know, because there's a lot of gunfight losses, and those are the last two players left. I don't think Sergei shot all those guys.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea who shot. It might have just been Sergei.
Bougier died. Derula died.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking it wasn't, because Ronnie was crossed the whole time on the snake side.
Oh, yeah, I'm not taking anything away from Sergei. I'm just saying that time and time again in these close points, we keep seeing Ronnie Dizon in there. We know what Sergei can do. Sergei's been a top-level player for a long time. I love what we're seeing out of Dizon in 2018 because of his great story. Goes to Heat, gets cut. Spends some years refining his skills with Aftershock. You played on that team with them, and then now back on Heat and emerging as a star, which is really cool to see. Sergei's been a star for 6 years now?
Since the Big Bang.
Yeah, since the Big Bang. Yeah. Sergei. Is it Sergei Sunshine? Is that how you...
Solnishkov.
Yeah, I know, but doesn't that mean sunshine? Yeah.
Direct translation is sunshine. Sergei Sunshine on the breakout between the ML Kings and the Outlaws. First point went to the Outlaws. They battled back. They do lose a body off the break over here on the snake side. Cody Chong taking the walk. ML Kings on the left, making a move from the corner into the snake insert.
So Hayek able to get into D3 here on the left-hand side of your screen for the ML Kings. The Outlaws do lose a body. Outlaws with the 1-point lead, though.
Yeah, they do. Outlaws have a body up in the center. Look at the ML Kings across your screen. The Dorito can. 2 in the back center, and Dorito 1 and Dorito 3 on the snake side. There's on the right-hand side of your screen, the Outlaws up in the center of the field, just waiting patiently for the move. Looks like Andrew Johnson, the Outlaws, makes his way into the Dorito tower. Top right-hand corner of your screen. No one out wide on the Dorito side for the ML Kings. So Johnson will be able to wrap low in the back center and try and make that move into the laydown. Looks like
Kurzawa.
Yeah, they lose John Kurzawa from the center for the Outlaws.
So this Dorito player here for ML Kings must have seen him and won that gunfight on the inside. Davidson makes his way now into the snake insert. Outlaws down 2 bodies, 5-on-3 in favor of the ML Kings. ML Kings have yet to move. Well, have made 1 move out of their primary position. So we'll see when they decide to attack here. They need to. as they are down by 1. Of course, they can always sit back and try to whittle away the bodies of the Outlaws, who seem to still be pressing forward. Slava pops the top, takes one in the neck.
As soon as he came over the top, you heard one of the TMG guys go, "Get him out!"
I tell you what, man, it is so tempting to want to come over the top of that. And I noticed today the side of the field that the Outlaws are playing, that back center is huge.
Yeah.
It is way overinflated compared to the one on the left. And it is, telling you, man, it is definitely an advantage. I think it's more of an advantage as opposed to a lesser one, because it's so much harder to come over the top. You don't want to do that. I've seen quite a few players get dinked out over the top of that spot. You can see Mars right there playing that position. That big brick is the back center. And Mars having zero issue at all.
He doesn't have much of a problem regardless of how inflated that bunker is.
Yeah. And that is the one that's the lesser inflated of the two. But playing left right now. 4-on-3. One body advantage still for the ML Kings right there on your screen. Have not moved now out of their spots at all. Look like they don't want to go anywhere.
I know, and it's kind of like they're playing with a 1-0 lead.
Which is
what
interesting.
It feels like.
Kind of breaking down how this layout and the way this field is played and evolved for teams. You see these teams put the brakes on and just not go anywhere. And I still don't know yet what the win to loss ratio is there. I think the aggressor, the percentage of wins for the aggressor pays off thus far on this field.
Yeah, it's tough though, because it's deceiving, because it's so tough to get out. So guys are kind of scared to do it, but when they do, it does pay dividends. Both sides too. D side has really become a real strong side of the field because of how treacherous it is over here on the snake side. And it looks like Peter taking the walk.
Yeah, the second body now for the ML Kings walk off, so it's a 3-on-3. The Outlaws battling back to even up the bodies. They did this the first point and won it. Under 7:30 on the clock. Berkeley following up. Andrew Johnson is now with Mark getting shot out. So 3-on-2, one body advantage. Swing for the Outlaws.
Yeah, so the Outlaws initially down, but this is just, again, so good to see for the Outlaws. They're going to get knocked out of this tournament, but this is 2 games in a row. They're down bodies, and they're still hanging in there mentally. Still the guys on the field fighting for that, to get that point. And it looks like they're going to get it here. So, and just a great job. Oh, almost runs out of bounds. We've seen that a couple times here so far today.
They need to paint that line again. Freshen it up.
They really should.
I mean, you can't see it from here. Of course.
Nice job by Johnson over there on the D side of the field here in this low body situation to pull it out.
Yeah, and we saw him do a good job last event playing on the snake side. So we look into the pits there as Revo and company looking on. Speaking of back lines, O'Mara
30 seconds.
for Revo going to have to probably go out there and walk the field again.
We've seen a decent amount of low body situations pulled out here because of this defensive setup you can have here. And it's not so much that, it's also your ability to push forward and how successful you can be on the D side and the snake side if you can get up the field. So now Houston Heat about to play their next point.
Here's that lineup again. Ronnie and Chad going to the Dorito side. Ryan Moorhead, he's going to dig all the way to Dorito 3 on the break and make it in there.
Damage matching him as well on the break. Ryan is on, taking one in the gun off the break out of the back center. That was a crazy shot. I don't know who put that ball in there. So one body down right now is Houston Heat on the left-hand side of your screen. 9 minutes left to go in this matchup.
Yeah, tie game here. There's Ryan Moorhead on your screen. Good field position for him here at the outside of this point. Able to get into D3. Sam Monville, so consistent right beside him. Sergei playing that center. Able to get out wide on the D side. Sergei's going to follow his man out there. That's Chad George is able to make it out wide. And now Sergei is going to move up into the Aztec. Good breakout for damage, too. Is able to shoot that body. Houston Heat with 4, damage still with 5. Got Silos Cortez in D3.
Ooh, I thought Tim Montressor just got shot in the pod and dropped it.
Nah.
But,
nope,
could be
didn't
wrong.
happen. No.
Tim Montressor right there making a move. So far, looking at the body language of Heat, playing a pretty heads-up game. No one sitting on the cross. Monville heads up. Moorhead heads up. Sergei's playing the inside of his Aztec. Chad George now playing the inside of the corner. And you can see Cortez there on your screen shooting crossfield from that Dorito 3. Tim Montresor's cross. Sergei does a little up and around into the tower. He's getting checked out. Mind taking a bounce. Looks to be clean. Bougier moves into the Dorito Aztec. Derulis looking cross in that can. And Edwards in the back center playing towards the Doritos.
Now there goes, looks like Tim Montresor does get shot out of D2. So just Carlos Cortez over here for Tampa Bay damage. And he gets his loader striped as well. So 2 quick gunfight deaths for Tampa Bay damage. And as they had the advantage, they were up by a body, but now Houston Heat's up by a body. 4-on-3, 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go, tie ball game.
Yeah, it's just Matt Derula in that can holding the cross now to prevent Moorhead from making the move. Sergei Solishnikov, he gets taken out. So 3-on-3, so just like that, body's back at even.
Yeah, it's tough death for Sergei there, throwing away the advantage.
Yeah, Tampa Bay damage though on your screen there. Now Houston Heat. Houston Heat in these 2 Doritos. Chad George has been in the the Dorito corner. He's blocked out by that can, left-hand side of your screen, upper portion.
Yeah.
He's been in there since this break of this point.
Long point here. There goes a move from Tampa Bay damage as Chad Bougier gets out of the back corner bunker and improves his position to try to get to the stand-up tower. He does. You can see there in the corner of your screen the 3 players left alive for Tampa Bay damage. So it's 3-on-3. Yeah, it's 6:30 now.
Chad Bougier makes his move up again. I like this battle. Chad Bougier versus Chad George on the Dorito side. That's not something you typically see.
Yeah, that's what's been crazy about this layout is the kind of the changing of positions for some of these guys. Is Chad George now been playing on the D side, not on the Snake side, even though he's been one of the best Snake players. He's been one of the best players, period, or any side or any team. Still in that back spot. Chad Bougier now has made his way to the wedge, so good upfield progression for Chad Bougier. Edwards comes out, gets into D1. Referee's going to run in and pull him out, though, and going to pull a minor, so that's going to seal the deal here in this point.
Man, that's a weak minor.
Yeah, pulls out Derula, but maybe not seal the deal. Chad Bougier is trying to make moves, and he gets shot, so that is going to do it. Still 3 players left alive for Heat, and they're going to go up 2-1.
See the Heat pit right there. Coach Ryan Smith, owner.
So this game brought to you by Carbon Paintball, offering industry-leading technical garments available online. Go to carbonpaintball.com. Use the promo code NXLAC18. Get 15% off store-wide and gear yourself up. Here you can see it on your screen. Again, that promo code NXLAC18 for 15% off. The Heat still just... Did they not concede at this point yet? Is this time still running?
Clock's still running. See them standing right there on your screen.
And I'm looking over at damage.
I mean, it's a close game. You know if they want to take a little time to talk about it.
Man, I don't know. If I'm down, I want every second I possibly can have for a comeback. And look at, so it's like, we've never seen this before. Ryan Moore is just sitting Indian style on the ground.
Playing the bomb.
Yeah, he's
right
playing
there.
the piano.
Yeah, he's playing the piano.
Get the sax, Sam. Get the sax.
Playing the synthesizer.
Get the sax.
Yeah, they could have a good band moment right here.
Yeah, rock out. Try and get their attention.
And now they're finally going to concede the point. So after a little bit of a little nap for a little rest for Ryan Moorhead.
I guess you can't just bust it out in the middle, you know. It's got, the timing is everything, right?
Yeah.
You can't
the moment. It's the moment, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have that victorious moment. I don't know what.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to go full concert. They could have just had a little band practice.
Yeah, a little court. What is that?
You know, just sound check. You know, just boom,
just
real quick.
tune their instruments.
Boom, real quick. Just check it out. Make sure the slide's working on the trombone.
All right, so we got Chad George as the guitarist, Sam Monville, a saxophone player, and now Moorhead is inherently.
Well, they've been arguing. See, Monville doesn't want to be involved because Monville's like, not Monville, but Moorhead Because he's like, look, I don't have a signature celebration. I've been doing this too long. And I'm like, you kind of do, though, man. Because when you hang point or when you hit the buzzer, you do that slow walk off, kind of drag a leg a little bit. You know, and he's like, yeah, I kind of do that, actually. But he said he was going to go maybe trombone.
Ooh, well,
nobody wanted to play the jazz flute, though. It seemed like that was the last guy.
I think he inherited the piano on that one. But off the breakout here in this point between the ML Kings and the Outlaws, both teams losing a body over the top of the back center on the break. Really quick move, though, by the ML Kings getting that Dorito wedge. Mars over there trying to put that crossfield pressure on the snake side of the Outlaws. 4-on-4 right now. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Outlaws trying to preserve this 2-point lead as both teams, with Mars now past the 50-yard line on the D side of the field. At the wedge.
I don't think anyone in the Outlaws knows that he's there.
Yeah, I don't think no one's shooting at him, that's for sure. Because D1 is shooting more towards Slava. There goes a body dropping off his jump to get a shot. Yeah, so Mars is feasting because no one has any idea that he's there. They still haven't picked him up yet. So a couple free kills for Mars. Yeah, now he's way up there, has no idea, gets his 3rd kill. And he's probably going to get his 4th, too, because they still haven't figured it out. So Mars single-handedly over here for the ML Kings.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he shot that first body on the break, too, over the top.
You think he got a 5-pack?
I think he did. I mean, that's the guy that he's been shooting straight over the top of that thing in the back center. He shoots down on the back center.
Well, Paya doing a damn fine job over there.
Yeah, and they needed that one as the Outlaws had that 2-0 lead. So now just lead's cut in half here. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, there's been a little drama in the damaged pits. Jason Edwards was trying to call himself out of this next point, but he was asking his brother Jacob Edwards and the rest of the players if they were going to be able to play together, if they were going to be able to get along, remove their attitudes from the field, and actually go out to win this point. Tim Montresor was telling him this is the most important point of this weekend. They need him. So we'll see if Jason Edwards ends up going out there for what could be the last point against Heat.
I think he's out there.
Yep.
There he is. 2 Edwards, a Derula, Holiday, and Montresor.
And 4 minutes left to go, and only a one-point match here. And Damage needs this win. They're 2-1 right now. They don't want to go 2-2 and have to roll the dice to see if they could squeak into Sunday.
Holiday filters up to the center. No player yet eliminated on either team.
Ooh, Jacob takes a bouncer on the arm on the inside. Looks like maybe from Sam.
Yeah.
Saxophone Sam.
Chad George making that move over there.
So Chad George getting out of that back corner bunker, gets up to the stand-up temple. Both teams still at full strength, which is just going to elongate this point. Neither team really trying to, well, Damage definitely has the bulk of their players in the center towards the D side. Heat has Ryan Moorhead and Sam Monville over here on the snake side as we reach the 3-minute mark.
Jacob Edwards filling out to the Dorito corner, and Derula now into the tower to match up Chad George. I think that report we got from Lauren is going to be true here. This is very much could be the last point, or very well could be the last point with the way things are going right now.
Well, if they don't score it, it's going to be the last point. That's the thing, is they need to score it to get another opportunity, whether it be in regulation or overtime. Well, this is the one they have to get, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's 2-1, right? 2:25 on the clock. If Heat wins this point, they go up by 2, take another minute off. If they can even close, I mean, no one's died yet, so this could go way longer than that. So yeah, this is the point right here. Heat wins this point, they win this game. Damage wins this point, tie ball game, different story.
And if Damage loses, they're going to be 2-2, right?
And then they roll the dice to see on the point spread if they can get in.
Chad George scurries up to the mini wall to match Derula. So teams are pretty much in even position. Only difference here is that no one on Heat's in the back center. Jason Edwards still there. Tim Montresor stuck in that Dorito 1. He needs to work with Holiday to make the press here. And I think the big thing that Damage is going to have to do is make these moves early. Sergei filters out to the Dorito corner. So now both teams are evenly matched on the Dorito side. But Sam Monville and Ryan Moorhead in really good positions over here on the snake side. to kind of play it forward and shoot the cross to really slow down the attack of Damage. And I think Damage is, Tim on Trester tries to make a move, get shot in the face. I think Damage has waited way too long to make the attack.
Yeah, that was just great zone control here from Houston Heat. Tim didn't make it a step out of that spot before he got shot in the goggles. And now with 4 bodies left alive, Tampa Bay Damage is going to have to find a way to thread up the field here with just 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go and going into 5 guns on Houston Heat.
Yeah, Derulo's going to have to get moving. He was probing over the top for a second, came back down, but now at under a minute, going to be really tough. With no one really leading the attack on the Snake side for Damage, all Heat has to do is really cross the guns on these 2 Snake Doritos, and Moorhead getting the Snake now is really going to be tough.
Holiday just took a bouncer. Moorhead goes past Snake 1 to Snake 2. He's going to get all the way past the 50-yard line here, and no one has picked up Ryan Moorhead.
Chad
so
George
he's going to get a free kill.
Holiday gets
shot. And he's going to get the crossfield shot. That's a 2-pack for Ryan Moorhead, and that is the coffin nail here for Tampa Bay Damage, and maybe on their tournament, as this is going to give them a second loss. So they're going to go 2-2, and that may knock them out, may put them in. Well, don't know yet.
What's their point differential look like? Because we said the Russians were +6, right? They're 2-2.
I think they are +6.
That's one bracket. These guys would be 2-2 in their bracket.
30 seconds.
Revo has 1 more game. They're 2-1 right now, I believe.
Well, let's go back and look at this here. Damage had a 1-point game. They victory against DMG, so +1. They beat the brakes off the Outlaws. That was huge for them. So now that's going to be a +1, +7 on that. But then they come out today and they lose to the ML Kings by 3, so a +4. And now
they're down by 2 points.
So +2. That's kind of rough.
Yep. But, I mean, there's still 2 more opportunities. 2 teams they could be better than. But we shall see. That's why we shoot the paint.
Yeah. So now back into this match here with another close one. Outlaws up by 1 over ML Kings. 5:25 to go. ML Kings on your left, Outlaws on your right. And the first fighter to drop is going to be Fred Berkeley with an uncharacteristic early death. So 4 bodies alive. Johnson launches on the D side, gets to the stand-up can. Here comes Slava for the ML Kings here, left-hand side of your screen, trying to get a shot on Fish, a.k.a. Andrew Johnson. And now Slava is going to get to the mini wall. ML Kings need a point to tie, have a 1-body advantage. Slava in real good position in the center of the field, which we've seen time and time again for the ML Kings. Slava, one of the better players, constantly putting himself in position to attack. And Todd, like you said, one of the more fearless guys in the league as far as his ability to go into the guns.
Yeah, he'll do whatever.
Yeah, there's a saying for that, 0 given.
Indeed.
No love.
No cares.
None.
Kuna Matata. So right now, ML Kings are, again, down by 1. First 2 points, we saw the Outlaws go down early on bodies, but battle back to pull out the only 2 points they've scored this tournament. Right now, they are down that 1 body. As you look on and see the ML Kings there back center, both first and second Dorito over here on the Snake side. Slava, though, for the ML Kings, up in that center mini wall. And they do have a player in that Aztec middle right-hand side of your screen. All that yellow paint all over it. If there's one color paint you guys could see played with, a favorite fill color.
Pink.
Pink?
Pink.
Pink. Image.
Imperial.
Image. Image.
I mean, we've had some nice bright orange Hellfire throughout the years. They used to going all the way back. We had some iodine-filled RP Shear,
Yeah.
Ultra Evil.
2004 Chicago Avalanche had that blue fill.
The Dynasty Banana Scented paintballs were nice too.
Yeah.
Oh, and Outlaws dropped 2 right at the same time. Davidson and
Here
Cody
comes,
Chung.
here comes Slava, but the counter move made by Johnson ends up taking out Slava. And so beautiful job by Fish there to take out Slava on the attack, but then he gets shot by Paya Mars as Peter gets taken out. And here comes Vatos.
Yeah, no one left alive.
So the ML King's going to be able to tie this one up. It's a blow-for-blow fight there as that point started to finish. But Paya Mars able to stay alive, and he's going to get in there and hit that buzzer.
So pink. Pink your color? Like, is there
just
a
so
paint
easy
for
to
you?
see.
Right, but so how about this? For you guys coming up playing when you were younger, Was
when
there
we
like?
were younger, there was Bright Glow. That's what it was called, right? Bright Glow Marbleizer.
I'm just saying, on the West
was the
Coast, what
evil.
was it for you guys? That was your standard, like best paint. Like, oh, this is what I want to use.
Gator Black.
Yeah,
Gator
I
Black.
was thinking Gator Black too.
The
'Cause
black ball. It was RP ball, black with green
But
fill.
you take the bright balls and you put the tracer,
tracer
rounds
rounds.
in with some of the handful of black ones, half and half, because that way you catch people slipping because they're like, oh, he's shooting orange at me. Oh wait, no, I'm dead. No,
Yeah.
no, there's a Gator Black ball. in
Nope,
there.
that's a giant hit on my face.
yeah.
Back in the day, Gator Black was always a winner. If you could get Marbleizer, it was always awesome.
Yeah.
Premium Gold was amazing for a while,
Well-
right? What you didn't want in San Diego was Polar Ice.
Or that chalky zap paint. Remember that chalky
Yeah.
wax-filled zap paint?
Yeah.
Here we
the
go.
Sunrise,
Point number 5.
Orange Sunrise.
30 seconds left to go. Moorhead gets shot on the break. Bougier shot on the break. Body drops for each team. Damage is down by 2. Need to go if they want to have a chance at this, although in the positions they're in. Clock is just going to run out as no one's really making any forward progress. I think that's Spence over there. Cortez gets in the snake. He's going to launch. Tim Montresor follows him up. Under 10. No one else from Heat drops. Sam Monville takes a bounce. Chad Georgeville at the Dorito corner. Sergei's still alive, and that's going to do it.
So look, Cortez was attacking on the snake side. Heat holds strong, going to win this game 3-1. And the unofficial spread, I think, for damage is going to be 2-2 with a +2. Don't know if that's going to be enough to punch their ticket for Sunday.
3 of a
We'll
kind.
see. Yeah.
Trying to.
Yeah. So the Outlaws now ML Kings still to finish this match as they come out to play this next one. You know what also I think is hilarious is people complain about paint prices these days. Todd, remember how expensive paint was
Oh
back
my
in the
gosh.
$125 a case.
Yep.
Yeah.
2,500 rounds, though.
Yeah, it was 2,500 rounds, but it's
Was
not
it
like
every
I had
case?
tons of money in my bank account.
Every case is 2,500 rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no,
I don't think it was.
Not all of them, but the RP Shear brand back in the day was 2,500 for the Marbleizer, and that was like the Gucci.
Okay.
That was the Gucci paint.
Yeah.
And then there was like you could get like brown box second stuff that was still like really expensive. So I mean the paint prices have gone down by the factor of 3.
Yeah, I was paying
what they were in the mid to early 90s.
Yeah, 97. I was paying $100 a case.
Yeah.
Play my local field, Operation Paintball.
I would
mean-
take my paintballs home and dump them out on the ground and look at all of them.
Like
Make
under
they were
carpet?
nice.
Paint was so
Yep,
expensive
get 'em ready.
that after
I'm gonna shoot 3
yeah,
people.
I would keep, because guys would just have like 10 balls here, and I just keep them, and then we had autocockers, so I'd literally in my backyard would have a handful of paint, no loader on it, and I would load a ball, and I'd run all the way around my house, and I'd had a shovel set up and a tree in my backyard, and I'd get one shot at the shovel on the run, and then I'd get behind the tree, load a ball, right-handed, load a ball, left-handed, and just do that time and time again after school
Did you
until
ever
I got really good at running and
Did
shooting.
you ever get too excited where you just broke the ball in your hand?
No, that never
I
happened.
was waiting for like maybe you like slipped like, oh no.
But I have to run around, dodge the trash cans, open up a door, run through. But Todd knows my parents'
Yeah.
my parents' house back in the
Marshall
day.
House drill. Shooting around that chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to hit the shovel.
Yeah, then you got to bunker the shovel at the end. Bunker the shovel
any
left-handed.
VHS tapes of that?
We would bring any paintballs home that we could to do drills. They had a box of drill paint.
Roger that. Here we go. Point 5 being played right now between the Outlaws and the ML Kings. 2:20 on the clock. Game is tied. No eliminations thus far. It's a big game for both teams playing for pride. 'Cause I don't think either team has a chance really. ML Kings maybe. They go 2-2 with a good. Well, the spread probably won't be that great, but they did win a big game against.
Well, a win here puts them at
Damage.
2-2. Anytime you go 2-2, you got a shot.
Right.
It just depends on who else goes 2-2. How many guys go 3-1? Your
They
bracket.
need to go 2-2 because they have the win over
Damage.
Yeah.
Well, ML Kings strike first, eliminating Cody Chong.
But wait, who else is in this bracket? If ML Kings lose, are they 1-3 and these guys are 0-4?
ML Kings are with Heat, Damage, Outlaws, and DMG.
And DMG is 2-2 now.
DMG is also 2-2.
But DMG has the head-to-head win. Outlaws now have lost 3. They've lost 4. Just Berkeley, he is shot.
Oh, bodies dying everywhere. Slava getting shot up in the middle though. But he's doing that, open up the game, and
Did you see that?
Paya Mars just hurdled
jumped.
a mini wall,
just because, just for the fun of it.
and he didn't. It didn't make it look difficult.
What was that? That was ridiculous.
Just hit
This
it.
bunker's
hit
in my
it.
way. I will leap it.
Yeah, just hit it and kept stride.
What?
I mean, I could jump over that thing, but I'm jumping up. He was just like step over that
That was
thing.
crazy.
So let's go down to Lauren Kelly.
Guys, I am here with Chad George. Congratulations. You guys have fought so well and so hard in the prelims. We were just talking about it in the pits, though. You guys haven't gotten more than 3 points.
No.
Is it this field layout? Is it the level of expertise each team has brought to these matches? Why do you think you haven't been able to get those above those 3 points?
I think it's a slow field layout, and I think it's hard to break through, and we're just figuring it out a little bit better. And all these teams are playing really well on it, so it's just those cross shots we have to work through and break through. That's all it is.
You've been with Heat since the creation of the team. How do you feel about the team's evolution up till this point? You've had a lot of highs and lows.
Right. So this year is actually the first year we've had the same crew as the last year. So just playing together and working together as a team and actually like gelling together in the field, it's helped us out a lot, and I think it's showing. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's playing for each other out there, and only the way up is from here.
Hey, and you guys are doing a great job training those younger players to step up to the plate. So.
Yeah, Nico's playing well. I mean, Ronnie's been killing it out there, so everyone's stepping up. I mean, we have hurt players, but you know what? It's not that one player that's down that's going to kill you. It's going to be the guys that step up and play better for them. So
I told Constantine, you guys don't even need him anymore.
yeah, that's what we're thinking, but you know, he's definitely a threat out there. We can't wait to have him back.
Back to you guys.
Be interesting to see if Fedorov comes back. I think we still have, he told me 2 months maybe until he comes back.
I know for sure he's not playing London. He said he's out for that, and there's definitely a decent-sized break between now and then. So I think, it's just a matter of.
We mean after London.
Yes,
So,
I'm sorry, after London. What the rehabilitation really is for that with his injury. I don't know. I mean, do you kind of stretch it or lift or try to move it around, or is it just rest? I'm not too up to date on what that is. Maybe we can take a little break here after this set. Go down there and I'll ask him.
Well,
Well, I talked
it's
to
not
him.
broken. It's all ligament damage, I believe.
Right,
Right.
but
Yeah.
And he said that he'd have been better off if he had just broken it.
That's the story
Yeah,
most of
it's
the time
gonna
with that,
Yeah,
right?
like Nikki Cuba had that horrible, same situation. Same
Yeah.
exact thing happened to Nikki Cuba.
Yeah.
And the doctor was like, it would have been better if you had broken this. The rehab would have been a lot easier. But because you did so much soft tissue damage, it's just going to take forever. And then it's one of those things where sometimes it takes a long time for it to be 100%. You'll go back and you'll start playing, but it still feels a little weak. And sometimes you have that bum ankle for like a year that you got to fight through and kind of baby it. So that's a really tough injury. So hopefully we'll get Fedorov back. But, Heat looks really good without Fedorov. That's how deep that roster is. And like, Chad was talking about, Nico Hyde stepped up. Ronnie Dizon's been stepping up for them. I mean, they're getting production out of everyone that's playing on that roster. So that makes it extra tough on Ryan Smith as to who his starting five is going to be on Sunday. So just a minute left to go here in a one-point match to see if the Outlaws can try to tie this one up. They lose Cody Chong, though, and then here comes Fish as he makes his move into the mini wall on the D side of the field. Kurzawa gets up into the wedge, looking D side. No one really over there to shoot at, though, as ML Kings tucked in the pocket, rolling their guns. Outlaws have to push forward, try to tie this game up.
Oh, it looks
30
like
seconds left.
Davidson's going to get shot over here off the Dorito snake side.
Yeah, 2 bodies have walked off for ML Kings, so they just have 3 players left alive, one at the can, one at the back brick, and now they're going to lose another body over here. It looks like Hyatt gets shot as well, too. So the Outlaws have an opportunity, but they got to go.
15 seconds. Moves going to be made right here through the middle. Kuzawa launching, but look at this. Pi can just stand over the top.
Berkeley
Gets
comes through,
Berkeley, gets
one,
shot. That
and
might
I
be a
think-
penalty.
I think Pi Mars is going to get shot out, and does he have enough time? He's going to hit the buzzer right as the horn sounds. So I think he might have got it.
That's going to have
If he
to
missed
be-
it, it was by a microsecond.
Well, the clock, the speakers just said game finished, no point.
Well, when I was listening for the horn and watching him go, and
They're not
I
even
thought
checking
that
him.
as he hit the buzzer, I heard the horn, but
That'll be reviewed.
There's a little delay on it, right?
Yeah.
It's not instantaneous. Yeah. It's got a little bit of a delay, so there is a chance that the referee keeps the official time on the field.
Well, the ML Kings did pump their fist.
That's because they
Well, they're
heard,
trying to
they heard
sell
the
it.
horn.
Well,
yeah. I was going to say, whose ball is it? Our ball!
But the interesting thing is, though, the refs didn't check him. They didn't check Andrew, and they didn't give a thumbs up for a point being good. That's all I'm saying.
no, that you're
Right?
definitely not wrong. but they're for sure going to review that, as it was about as close as it gets. Just going off what I heard as far as the horn, and when I saw him hit it, it looked like he might have hit it right as the horn was sounding, but like Todd said, there is a tiny bit of a delay, and that may have been it. So I don't know. Yeah, the referees are. Oh,
no, Trozen's walking underneath.
Yeah, Trozen's going down to the review booth. The referees were taking their goggles off for a second. You'll see it here on the replay as first body comes through. So Berkeley cracks it open, and then here comes Johnson on the attack. Payamar's staying in there as long as he possibly can without drawing a penalty, and then he hits the buzzer. You see the buzzer hit sign from the ref. So, but we don't have any audio, so it's tough to tell, and no clock. So don't know exactly if he got it or not. Still, valiant effort at the end.
I'll give you $12 that Cena owes me. $12 that Cena already owes me. That this is good.
You think so?
I bet you got it.
You think the point's good?
I think he got it too.
Why $12? What's the magic number with 12?
Because that's how much Cena owes Maddie that I won off you on the last bet that we made that Cena's got to pay. So, you know.
I think he got it.
Yeah, I think he got it. So
I'll say he didn't get it.
If he didn't get it, it was by the smallest of a margin.
If he got it.
Well, the very small margin. Holy smokes.
If he got it, Cena owes me $24, Maddie $24, and you don't get anything.
I'm strangely okay with that.
Todd, I love where your head's at right now, man.
I don't think he got it.
We're in Atlantic City, man. You want to play the table or no?
Top overall graphic
look how
for
close
kills.
Smotroff came. So here we go, the top 5 confirmed kill count leaders through the prelims. One set remains, though. Impact and Revo and Uprising and Boom. We don't see any Impact players on there. Marcelo Margot leading the pack, 28 confirmed kills. Smotroff, 27. Kyle Spica right behind, and I just got confirmation that the point is good. So nice job by Johnson to hit the buzzer and save his team and take the Outlaws into overtime, trying to put the first win on the board. Malloy up there, 23 kills, and Damian Ryan, 22. So, Todd, it must put a smile on your face to see 2 of your boys on that top 5 list.
Yes, sir. Playing well, getting out there doing their jobs.
So
having fun.
Yeah, so overtime point here. The momentum is definitely going to shift to the Outlaws here on that attack. But it's just good to see the Outlaws, after the really rough go of it they had in their first 3 games, come back, put some points on the board, now taking it into overtime here with the ML Kings, who defeated Damage in their last game. So, and ML Kings need this one to have any shot of moving on.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I mean, they're sitting at 1-2 right now, trying to go 2-2, whereas the Outlaws, even if they win this one, that's not going to matter. 1-3, with the way that the scores are going. Every now and then you will have a team get in 1-3. It's not going to be at this event. So let's get a look here at the schedule of events that are coming up on the calendar this year. Next up, in just a couple weeks here, it's going to be July 6th through the 8th. And we're going to Basildon, which is just about an hour outside east of London. You can watch all these on GoSports.com. And then we're going to head to Chantilly, north of Paris, September 28th through the 30th.
Chantilly.
Also, remember to mark your calendars here for September 14th through the 16th. That's the Chicago Open. And then the most important tournament of the year in the world, the NXL World Cup, 8th through the 11th of November. Again, all of this on GoSports.com.
I'll be there.
And also make sure to sign your team up for the NXL Chicago Open. Head to nxlpaintball.com. Tons of different levels of play. You could be the Buddhist rookie out there, just picked up a paintball gun. There's a division for you in the NXL. So head to nxlpaintball.com, and remember, September 14th through the 16th. Always love going back to Chicago. Food scene there is great. The craft beer scene is awesome. Hopefully it's not going to be scorching hot. Also, don't forget Cagezilla events here, some MMA on the East Coast in Ashburn, Virginia. It's going to be August 18th. That's the next one. October 13th, November 17th, and December 15th. If you want to see a bunch of up-and-coming MMA guys play Rock'em Sock'em Robots, you definitely want to check that out. That's why I love going to the regional MMA events, man.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of young, it's like basically guys just getting started in their careers. So they've been training for a little bit, but they're basically relying on their overhand right and overhand lefts. So it's really fun to watch.
And they want to chuck them too.
It's not like watching Demetrius Johnson, 125 pounds, with ridiculous defending his title 10 times, high-level skills. I'm not saying these guys don't have high-level skills, but they're relying a lot. I mean, these guys are just standing toe to toe, just going blow for blow. It's really fun to watch.
20 seconds.
Todd, we've been to a couple of those.
Yeah,
San
they're
Diego.
definitely fun.
Can we go to another one of those, please?
I think we should.
10 seconds.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds to go. Start of this overtime point. Who you got, Nick?
God.
You have God?
Got him. Take it in the middle, man.
It's very religious.
The big
of you.
man up top. Tough to say. I mean, ML Kings lose a body on the break. It's just this game has gone back and forth, and even though, yeah, you want to say the momentum is going to be with the Outlaws because they won that last point the way they did, the guys look a little gassed. You know, we've seen the same guys run over and over again. So I hope the Outlaws can pull it out for the sake of, you know, getting their first points and tying it up the way they have. Cody Chong getting into the snake. I think he made it there clean. Looks like Mars going to get shot. So 5 on 3 right now? Yep, 5 on 3.
Peter and Paya both getting shot. Paya getting shot out of that Dorito side can. Peter getting shot trying to fill it. Went in there a little high, but he can't really help that. As Kurzawa came up the middle and is looking that way, might have been the one that got the kill. Berkeley on the cross. Davidson and Dorito too, looking across the field. There's ML Kings on your screen right now. Top left is Slava. Those are the 3 bodies that they have left alive. 1 back center and 1 in the Dorito 2.
Yeah, so good field position right now and a body count for the Outlaws. 5 on 3. There are the 3 bodies left for the ML Kings on your screen, trying to hold on here. Outlaws trying to get their first win of the tournament. ML Kings trying to preserve their chances at this event. But it's going to be tough. Down 2 bodies.
Johnson making a move from the Dorito Temple to the Dorito corner. Kurzawa wants to launch. He does. If he can get this Dorito 2 off the field, that'll be huge for them. Or maybe he'll try and get Slava. It's going to be a long run to get Slava. You might have to get that Dorito 2 first.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Good communication from the Outlaws. Again, hear everyone talking it up, trying to identify where those last 3 players are.
If they just figure out that Kurzawa's there, he might set up Davidson to get a kill on Slava. It's going to make Slava real uncomfortable, but there goes that back center.
Yeah,
Here comes Slava into the open.
And yeah, Slava trying some desperation move right there. That doesn't work. He gets torched. Yeah, it's Cody Chong able to get all the way up here into Snake 3. And then now he's going to run through and try to take out the last player in D2, and he does. So Outlaws put a victory up. They end up 1 and 3. Final score will be 3-2. It's a good win for the Outlaws. They needed that one.
Able to hang that, hit that buzzer there at the very end with 1 second on the clock, and then come back and win in overtime.
So congratulations to the boys on the Outlaws with their first win, and also Houston Heat going undefeated here in this set. But stick around, we got 1 set to go, and then we'll do the draw to find out who plays who on Sunday. So stick with us here on GoSports.com. Impact's taking on Revo, and Uprising's taking on Boom. We'll be right back.